I
Let me
just did
lower
it.
this music. Lower this music a little bit.
We are in and we are live. Should I?
Bueno,
Yes.
bueno, 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 bueno.
Bueno, hi.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
guys, I'm gonna mute myself. I have to make sure I'm having Spectrum in my Jackson Heights office. I want to make sure the guys that are doing the front desk are not turning this guy away. They just sent me a text. Let me mute myself. Good morning, everybody.
Buenos
Good
dias, buenas
morning.
noches, buenas
Yo,
tardes.
real quick, I gotta say it because it's all over the gram. What are
Okay.
you guys thinking about this entire uncovering of these alien extraterrestrial bodies,
Oh,
huh?
that's that thousand.
Huh?
What is it? Somewhere in Mexico, something like that. The guy discovered it. Something
Yeah.
like
No, the Mexican government unleashed it.
that.
And
Oh,
then
unleashed it.
yesterday NASA was supposed to release more information, but they didn't do
Right.
squat. It was a waste
Well,
of time.
I'm
I
happy
mean,
you're not alone. It's great.
Come
And if
on, we were
they
never
have real
alone.
estate needs, they can come to me. Let me make that phone.
I'm actually curious to know that basically what we're going to talk about. I wonder if they were trying to get him a home back then.
Man, E.T. That was E.T. by the way. They released a picture
Right.
of E.T. He was in the movie E.T. and then they held him longer. He got bigger and
Yeah, Jesus Lord. You know what he looks like, honestly, and we're not going to harp on this too much. But remember in Men in Black when they uncovered the face, the little character that was controlling the body.
Yes.
I was like, they could have just made a copy
Well,
of that.
It's funny you said that because I actually was in Universal Studios yesterday and then I went on the Men in Black ride. I had to do it. I had to do it. They were talking about aliens. I went to Universal and I said, you know what? I'm getting on that Men in Black ride. So I had my little experience. I had my little training. You know what I mean? I did a little training for the
Anyway,
aliens.
just
Yeah.
this whole perspective of aliens, I may have been there. I scare you because sometimes I feel like I'm an alien, but it's.
We're all aliens. You get it. Forget
I was
about it.
an,
If you
I was a
if you
legal
migrated
alien for a while.
if you migrated to this country, then you are an alien.
You're an alien, no matter
For a
what.
while, I
You're
was
an alien.
That's
legal.
what
I
they
was a
recognize
legal
you.
alien. It's good,
Jesus,
Who's up from Jamaica, man? Shout out to whoever's up from Jamaica right now.
Oh,
Is that
you know
Rob?
who's in
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
That's Rob.
You know, Ron is in Jamaica right now. I wish he
Ron.
had Ron. It's the Ron we know. We
I
all
know.
know Ron. He's in
My
Jamaica. He's
boy
getting
Ron.
some sun.
Nice.
Shout out to Ron.
How's
Wagwan
Ron? How are you
Ron.
doing? Man, oh man. So
Yeah,
how's everybody's week besides the alien invasion? What's going on? How's everybody
Bro.
doing?
super busy.
Honestly,
Wow.
I'm on vacation for the first time in a long time. I actually said I'm going on vacation, so I'm out here. I went to Universal Studios, so I'm chilling. I'm hanging out with my family.
Good.
That's
But
good.
I go back next week. Tuesday. I'm back in town.
Yeah, we've been
That's
busy.
good.
I went to the Property Shark 20th anniversary
I
event last night.
saw. How was it?
Yeah,
It was good. Lots of people. Made some
that's
good.
good.
Met some cool agents and brokers. It was nice. It was nice. It was a good party.
Nice.
I left early because like if I stay with my group, they try to shove down alcohol down my throat. I'm like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not doing this.
Yeah,
I have
man.
to be home by 10:30. I'm like, But no, it
That's
was
what
good.
happens. When
Yeah.
you party hard, right? So why not?
I have to take a nap now. I have to take a midday nap. If you're telling me we're hanging out later on tonight, I have to take a midday nap
That's
so that
actually
I
a
can
great
hang out
thing
later
to
on
do.
tonight.
Must be a
Yeah.
Spaniard. That's a siesta right there.
I
Jesus
know.
Lord.
No, that's a cansado thing. Like when you're tired, you need to take a nap.
So,
Boy. Oh my
guys,
God. So yes, talk to
yeah,
us.
let's talk
What is our
about
topic today? Jesus.
our topic is like how to bulletproof your business. Good market, bad market. I think like a good agent who really knows have a plan
Hmm.
and knows what this business is about should be able to weather all
The
those
storm.
markets. I mean, I survived. I survived the recession. I
Hmm.
started, I guess, in the '90s where the rates were still insane. Market was kind of weird, and the
Yeah.
sub. I've witnessed the subprime. And I think if I mean, if you know a little bit what you're doing, if you're working with a plan, because I guess all of us hopefully work with a plan. I know we don't just fly without a net, that's for sure. We're not about that anymore. And I know I started the discussion with something crazy where we're saying, imagine we're like in 2049, it's Blade Runner or Mad Max,
Oh
and we
man.
could still be selling real estate. Of course, there was some contention there because it looks like you
A lot
don't
of
sell real
contention.
estate, you take real estate.
I
Right?
would. If you're telling me that I have to live in the time of Blade Runner, what is it? 2039 or
Whatever.
2049,
49, yeah.
or living in Mad Max's era, I'm not gonna be going out there trying to get some deals to try to sell real estate in this type of era, because quite frankly, I don't think anybody's going to be selling it. I think they're going to be taking it. And I think
Okay.
if that was to occur, I think we would be holding people hostage at gunpoint, telling them that they will be paying 20% commission on the sale of their property.
Okay. All right. Maybe we'll be, but we still okay because we as agents we're procuring the stock, and we're selling the stock. Let's put it a different way. So you
Can
could
you
be doing a
imagine?
lot of things.
Can you imagine when you say procuring stock? That's what I'm about. I
But
think if that was a time frame, agents would turn into like one of those when you watch a movie and they're just kind of like just taking everything, they're hoarding everything. So
Yeah.
now it's like
Yeah.
so now it's no longer Zillow having a strong control on this. It's now agents having a strong control on the
think about
properties.
it. You have agents that are getting listings as a stock, right? And then you have the that's our supply. We're actually procuring to the public the supply because
Yeah.
we have far more houses being sold by agents than by owners themselves. And
Right.
then even those for sale by owner at 90 or close to 90% of the time are going to end up selling with an agent. So we
Yeah.
stock procurer, and then we sell the stock. Sometimes we wholesale it, sometimes we retail it.
Right.
So yeah.
Which
So in the
happens.
Mad Max thing, you could be however you procure the stock, you take it, you steal it, you whatever.
Right.
Your commission could be 50% for all I care. But
Oh
that
my
industry,
God.
you're
Can you
still gonna need
imagine?
some systems to run your
I'll tell you one thing
industry.
though, the process will be much shorter. You'll no longer have to worry 60 days anymore. It'll be a 60-second
real.
situation. 60 days will
Like
no
if
I
longer
you
hope.
be
I
60
hope.
seconds.
Okay, with the discovery of the alien remains or whatever, that's another. I think every 20 years somebody unearthed something like that, with the
True.
validity being a little bit either completely suppressed by the governments of all sorts we have in this world, or it's fake news. Fake news.
Oh
fake
jeez.
news.
Fake news.
Listen, it's out there, guys. It
Yeah.
is
But
out there.
yeah, so I mean, but to really look at it in sort of a more realistic version of this,
Yeah.
In our
um,
time zone and what's
right in our
happening
time
now.
zone. So let's look at it this way. Everything shuts down. No internet. We go
Hmm.
back to the times of the I Love Lucy black and white version of everything. Everything
Hmm.
was just paper-ish.
Right.
This is really now your way of trying to figure out how are you going to make your business grow? What are you going to do to make sure that you are still producing the amount that you're producing in today's market
Yeah.
without the social media, um, without the idea of actually using maybe postcards, whatever. What are you going to do to now, produce your process? What are you gonna what things can we do to make
I
sure
think
things
the
are
number one thing that's never going to stop, you're going to have to market yourself.
Correct.
absolutely
That's the one thing, that's for sure. Whether you're going to use internet, whether you're going to go door to door, whether you're going to set up shop and put posters, you're going to have like a little poster boys walking the street distributing flyers. No
yep.
matter how you're going to do it, you have to put your name out there. That's number one.
You know
Somebody
what I
needs
would do
yeah.
now that you said poster boys. I mean, I don't know if you remember back in the days when you had those little newspaper kids, but like
Yeah.
read all about it. Read all
Yeah,
about it. I mean, I would
on
try to
the
grab one of those
stands.
kids out there. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
grab one of those kids out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that
yeah.
would
Well,
No,
be
it's
that's the one thing that's not somebody needs to know. People need to know what you're doing.
yeah.
You're
absolutely.
selling real estate. You actually, can help people that have real estate sell their real estate, and those who want to buy real estate, you can help them buy real estate. Those who want to rent, who need to have like a storefront,
Hmm.
whatever it is, sell up factories,
Yeah.
sell farmland, all this.
Yeah.
So you're the one that's gonna help them with their purchase or
Yeah.
sales of real estate.
Right. One of the few things I think that I mean, look, it's happened. All of a sudden, it's going to happen for a year. You don't know how you're going to turn things around. One of the few things you should do is obviously temperature check your neighbors. Make sure everybody's okay in the sense of, are they all right? Are they able to?
Hmm.
Are they looking to buy or sell still? What are their process mind? Do they still want to be in the area, or are they looking to buy another area? Do they have enough funds to maybe buy an investment property as well? These are things that you should actually now. I mean, nobody has just one neighbor. We have, you know, either double digits or triple digits of neighbors around us. We
Hmm.
should actually just go out there and make sure that we say hello to every single person out there.
Yeah,
Do that.
which is for me is part of the systems you put in place. When we were preparing this, I use maybe the strong the a wrong word like processes, but the systems have processes. So that's where my bad English went.
It's okay.
With my French thinking. But like once you have systems, it would be, like establishing your market area, like your farm area, making sure
Hmm.
that everybody in that specific geographical area or niche market, if you want to just sell farmland or just commercial property or whatever, that's those consumers know where you're at. Like this is one of the system. It's like, okay, establishing your farm, establishing your niche. Then it's like, let's make sure you check on those people. So that's your lead generation, the big LG words, that
Oh
nobody
my
likes,
god.
the lead generation. That's never going to go away, right?
No. No.
Ever.
No.
So
No.
what type of lead generation will you have when you're in black and white? You're gonna
Right.
have to go definitely door knock. If that phone doesn't work, if that internet is not even out there for you to send emails, and those phones are not like smartphones or iPhone, and you can send text, what do you do?
That's right.
Right?
You send a letter. You send a carrier pigeon.
You have a pigeon, that's good.
Or
You
Game of Thrones to a couple of crows.
Right.
send them some notes on animal skin, okay, written
Oh
in
my
blood,
god.
whatever you
Can you
want.
imagine?
Oh my god. Or borrow somebody's
Boom.
dog and just walk around with a billboard on their on their backs.
Exactly, right? So, and then other systems that would be in place is like you need to know what you're going to say in those lead generation activities. We're
No, it's
Yeah.
still
true.
going to have to be scripted. We're still going to have to learn on what to say when you're going to approach different people. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have this guy that has a cave. His cave was on the market for like 25 years. Nobody wanted to buy it. It needs to move. That's an expired listing for you.
Hmm.
How you gonna approach that guy? Same thing. I think those systems are the same way. Like
Yeah.
for your lead generation, what do you use? You're gonna have to have a spiel, whether it's your own script, whether something that works, something that generates business, something that brings you new buyers and new sellers. That's
Yeah.
not
I
gonna
agree.
go away, right?
No, it's
Definitely.
not. Listen, the leads is the bloodline of your business. If you're not continuously putting new leads or getting new leads or creating leads into contracts, then at the end of the day, it's like, where's your business really gonna go? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So this is something that we have to continuously do it. If you're starting from the beginning, you understand it's not easy. You have to invest in yourself, and if you're really gonna see a large, I would say, if you're really gonna see like a large um, I guess increase in business, or if you're going to really see something noticeable in your business, then it's going to happen over time. But then you also have to put yourself in the right position. You also have to invest in yourself. It'll happen quicker that way. You know what I
So
mean?
that was the marketing yourself, the system
Correct.
to actually lead generate. Where
Correct.
you're gonna get, where you're gonna procure the stock, and where who
Yeah.
you're gonna sell it to, and
And
then
practice. You gotta
the
practice. You gotta
practice,
practice.
and then how you're gonna convince people to go with you. You're gonna need the knowledge of your market.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I mean, by this time, it's probably more than a few hundreds, and it's like absolutely no idea what the hell they're selling, who they're selling to. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I just did yesterday a high impact open house class, and it's like discovery time for even agents in the. It's like, oh my god, you're going to prepare the open house a week in advance. You can do door knock, and you can actually bring in a little bit of the stats on the market, and so you can talk to the owner here, have this open house. I could even go talk to a for sale by owner, invite them to my open house. Hell yeah, you should.
Hmm.
you
Every
know
day.
and then have some material prepared for that homeowner, that for sale by owner, that expired, that withdrawn listing, still inviting everybody with some information about what you're selling, what's been going on. Why not? And it's like those systems have to be there. Definitely the knowledge of your market, knowledge
Yeah.
of who else is selling. I mean, what's out there, who else is selling what,
Yeah. No, it's
inventory.
true.
Like, and then you want to work with something that's not going to change. You're going to want to create alliances with other people that are doing the same thing as you do, right?
It's
Absolutely.
100% correct.
So you need to know what they have. They need to know what you have,
Right.
right?
It's
Yeah.
like a bartering system in that sense. It's like, let me help you, you help
Exactly.
me. In that sense.
And
Can you
then,
imagine going into that
then,
system?
Huh?
Can you imagine going into a barter system?
but that's pretty much, look, if you're looking at it, we saw, what are we doing? We're negotiating.
We are.
That was like barter 10, that's barter 101.
Right.
Right? We're using different currencies. So that's that. So you need to, okay, have a skill set now. We're talking about that. Here you go.
Well, I mean,
We're talking
you,
about the skills. That's another
right.
thing that's never going to go away.
I
You
mean,
know?
negotiation is definitely one of those skills
What?
that are never going to go away.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to have to negotiate everything. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
like either a negotiation of let me help you try to sell your home, or let me help you buy your home, or
Hmm.
you speaking to a vendor, like please, let's help each other out. Where I'll
Exactly. So
bring
you
you
can
more
be
clients, but
competitive.
I
Yeah.
need your support to support me. So it's
Yeah.
What
little
about
things
the
like that.
skill of presentation? In
Oh
the
yeah.
black and white Love Lucy age, that's never going to go away. In the Iceman, Mad Max thing, you need to be able to present your product, your services.
Correct.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
handling objections. You need to be able to, when somebody says no, you're going to go, oh, I'm so sorry, let me just go. No, you got to
Can you
eat. So
imagine?
you got to be able, again, barter. Like, hold on, let me show you some value here, you know?
yeah. I mean, again, objections are really simple. People need to understand the difference between objection and conditions. Understand that objections are exactly that. They're just a smoking gun, however thick or thin they are. Just go through it, answer the question,
Yeah,
say whatever you need to say, and don't be mad.
I know. And then we, like, when we're talking about skills and stuff, we went to different stuff, like like you want to weather any type of markets. You want to work
Hmm.
in the Ice Age and the Mad Max era. You want to still bring value to yourself, set yourself apart. How do you set yourself apart from the rest? Because there is either a lot of competition or little, but still, like, other people are doing the same thing you do, and they're going to talk to the same people. So how do you set
Right?
yourself apart?
It's that moment of thinking outside the box. I mean, don't let the box.
Hmm.
Don't think that everything is just
Nothing
all
is
the
cookie
same
cutter.
way. Right? Nothing's
Right.
cookie cutter. Everything's the same thing. If you think outside the box, and two things that you should do if you're thinking outside the box is that do an A/B test of the version of that version alone. It's this way whether it works for you.
Hmm.
Whether you're actually now you're doing open houses and you're doing a big balloons or something, and that attracts more people. It may work for that house, but it may not work for the next one,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Or if all of a sudden it's wintertime and you're all of a sudden giving everybody gloves. It may work for one
Right.
house, may not work for the next one. It's or hand warmers, whatever the case may be. But you're
Yeah.
you're doing something that most of the agents are not doing in today's market.
Right.
So
You also wanna make sure your service is top notch. That's what
right.
like Ed, you were talking about like going the extra mile. Like you coined something that was saying like under promising and over delivering, not the reverse thing. Like
Correct.
if you want to expand on that, it's like really like service oriented.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be very open ears when you're having these conversations with clients, potential clients, future clients, customers. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you're having a good conversation, in my opinion, they're gonna start to release sensitive information and not realize that they're releasing that. And if they're giving you this information, this is where you, not for nothing, should be taking notes, right? If you're
Hmm.
going on listing presentations, it's not weird to put out a notebook and take out a pen and pad and tell the sellers, hey, look, I just want to take some
Guys,
notes.
this is what I'm doing. I
See?
don't think you can see. Oh, it's so weird. It's disappearing. The
I just
disappearing
realized
notebook.
I just
Like
realized that you have Israel's background
I'm
She's
in
in
as
my
your back.
office.
Israel. I
She's in
you
my
see,
office right
look at
now.
this. I'm in Israel's office. I
Oh
decided
my
today.
god.
I'm in
Just
Israel's
realized that.
conference room. Okay, it was
Got
like
it.
step into my office. All right.
Got it. You guys are having a meeting. All
Yes.
right. Um, but if you're spending more time with these individuals, then you should, right? I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I've pulled out a notebook, and in my opinion, I feel like they like that. They enjoy the fact that you pulled out a notebook, pen and pad, and said, "Hey, you know what? If you don't mind, I just want to take some notes."
Right.
Hmm.
That's it,
Because
right?
you
Something as
value
simple as that.
like I was just showing you my notebook, guys. I wanted to show it to everybody because when we prepare those things with Ed and Israel, I actually value a lot of the information that is being shared with me. And you know what? I am because I respect those two my two friends right here because by this time I believe they're friends of mine,
Of
and
course.
I dearly value their opinion, their craft. They may be in business for less years than me, but we learning from one another. So I am
Yeah.
taking notes. I value them as human beings, and I'm taking notes on how they run their business. I'm always willing to learn something. There is always something I grab, and it's like, you know what? They're absolutely right. Let me use this for whatever in training and this and that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this is something I should really consider. So I they help me grow. You
Yeah.
guys are
You know,
part of my growth.
it's it's funny you're saying that because I'm like the in between you. You know, obviously Ed is
Yeah,
youngest of terms of years, and you're the oldest in this case. But when you look at it this way, right? It's like yes, you can teach all those new tricks, but
yeah,
yes, old tricks do actually work.
yeah.
So it's like for you to balance both sides out, it's an amazing thing to do sometimes, and most folks
Because
should look
I
at it that way.
I wasn't born with like the mindset that Ed has as far as being a what you call that, like a millennial, bordering to you're very close to these Gen Zers, right? Or
Yeah.
those guys that are like really really like that. A guy who is 25 can relate to you. It's very hard for them to relate to me unless they can relate to
Right.
me as a mother.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's what. No,
true.
it's true. It's
Yeah, it's like
absolutely
it's like we're connecting. It's almost like we're a connecting bridge. I've always felt that way, right?
yeah.
Like for us, kind of born within that range of like maybe the mid 1970s to maybe like the late 1980s.
No, I
It's
was
like
born in the mid 1960s. That's
that's
how
what I'm saying.
old.
So for that
Yeah.
group, in my opinion, I feel like we're just a connect. We're like bridging the gap
Right.
because
Hmm.
because I believe we still have a lot of these older characteristics or traits or way of doing things, or we have these beliefs the same way our elders did.
Yeah.
Versus now the new generations coming in, it's more like I got it, let me do it. I that just sounds too old. I think there's a better way of doing it instead of
Right.
just kind of, instead
So
of making a new wheel, you're just kind of re-engineering the same wheel, if that
yeah.
makes
So
sense.
Right.
part of me of weathering any type of market, the Mad Max to the I Love
Mhm.
Lucy thing, is really like looking for new opportunities. Not just like not only expanding your market, but expanding your reach in your brain and be open, like
Yeah.
open to the new stuff. What is coming up? Not being necessarily like let's say there was no technology, but some new technology comes back, onto the table, in this new world.
Mhm.
You have to be able to embrace it, embrace the old, and embrace the new, and discover that, be able to explore new territories, whether it's in your craft or in your mind, on how you're going to be able to better yourself, so you can serve better your clients.
Yeah.
That's, to me, is never going to change. So yes, new territories, expanding that with new ways of doing stuff, or exploring new possibilities and new markets. I
Mhm.
think that's never going to go away. That's
Hmm.
what's going to make you weather any storm. Like, okay, let's think outside the box, like Israel was saying for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Where else? Who else? Okay, whatever I'm doing is not enough to generate enough money for me. Now, what directions do I take? What kind of new niche, market niche, I want to explore?
You know,
What do I want to embrace now? More technology. Do I
right.
want to embrace more social media? If that was, let's say, it doesn't work like that, but new ways of marketing myself. Right? It's not
You know,
becoming that we were talking about being a jack of all trades and master of none. It's just adaptation,
yeah.
right?
So it's always, I mean, it's the thing that we used earlier, which is just system. If you build a
Hmm.
system for wherever you're located, and like I said, no internet or whatever, and it's
Mhm.
effective for you, you take that same system, you can go almost anywhere in the United States and try it, and it works again and again and again. Right? If you all of a sudden need to move to Ohio, or you need to move to Wyoming, or you need to
Yeah,
move to
duplication.
California,
Can you leverage and
right?
duplicate? Yeah.
Exactly. It can certainly move to that same system can be worked out over and over again.
Transplanted
Although
on Mars.
your
Yeah.
true, but your market changes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're not looking. In our case, we have New York City, so our market is saturated with so much, buildings and homes and so on and so forth. But those areas that I just mentioned, homes are just far away from each other. They're like either a couple miles or whatever the case may be. They're not really that close. But you
Yeah.
still use that same sort of system, it will work for you no matter what. It's just
Right.
maybe at a slower pace. The
And
only thing
then
is that you have to
in
worry about
those
is
system, if you incorporate, and we had that element too, like consistency mixed
right,
with
which I was going
patience,
to just say. Yep.
and working on your skills. So you have and then time management, because you're gonna need to make sure, like, you learn,
Right.
like, you're gonna, like, this is a whole new world. It's always about time management, consistency, little bit of patience, applying your skills. All those things are never gonna go away. Nobody's gonna reinvent the wheel on those things.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you have all those sets of skills and traits from the trade, and that mindset super important as well. You can
Absolutely.
weather any single type of market. um
Absolutely.
right.
So it goes back to that idea. So honestly, yeah, consistency and being patient.
Right.
Just because you've called, and we said this in our group, in our little conversation, just because you've called 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, you can't expect it to be all of a sudden, my God,
Yeah.
why am I not making money? You have
Right.
to
Mhm.
consistently do it.
And you
If you're
mentioned
working out,
21 days. You
right?
mentioned.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're working out, you're not just going to work out for 1 week and think that
Yeah.
you're going to look like, an Adonis all of a sudden,
Yep.
or Hercules, whatever the case may be. You're not going to look like that right away. It
Or
takes
Ed,
time.
Ed, Ed with
Oh,
muscles, plenty of
jeez.
muscles right now.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Thank you, but I still have to keep going, and I'm
There you
and I'm
go.
2 years in.
Like, now we can see the difference, but
Oh yeah,
you
Yeah.
went to the gym. You started going to the gym like a year and a half ago,
yeah.
2 years.
February. This February in 2024 would be 2 years. So 2022,
There you go.
February of
There you
2022.
go.
Yeah.
And you were
So
saying,
that's
like,
sort
you
of
couldn't see a change after 6 months. You couldn't see. We see.
Yeah, no, like it's true. It's you're 6 months in and you're asking yourself, what the hell am I doing here? you know, I
right.
remember those days. I'm like, yo, and even now, like I said, it's I'm not claiming to be a gym rat or like a
Yes,
health
you are. Yes,
enthusiast.
you are. You're
I
there every
enjoy what I
day,
do. I am there every day. So
and
you
it's
see you see my
okay. There
point.
is no
So
shame.
so
Yeah,
here so here's the thing. No, it's fine. It's just
yeah.
that I'm not saying that's what I am, but because people see me doing it all the time, automatically they assume that I'm a professional at it, right?
Right.
So just take that
Right.
same concept and put it into real estate. right? Oh, I don't have a billion listings. No, but your office does, your team
Hello.
does. Put it out there, because if people see you consistently doing that, they're going to think to themselves, man, this person is a professional, or they're an expert at their craft, right? I don't, I like to everybody's point again, I don't view myself to be like a body fitness enthusiast, but people might look at it that way because
But
they
this
see that I
became a
do it every
lifestyle
single
for
day.
you. From
Correct.
the
Right.
21 days that became a habit,
Correct.
90 days, and now beyond almost 2 years,
Beyond the
that's a
year, going
lifestyle.
2 years. So
Right.
that's why it's funny
Yeah.
when I have these conversations. It's like, man, like I've been going so hard, and I'm just like, don't even look at your results now. Check back in 6 months from now, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So I wouldn't recommend you do the same with your business. Consistently temperature check your business,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
don't look at 1 week's worth of effort and expect to get $1 million listing out of that. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, this is something that happens consistently.
But you
Get
know what?
better at
You
it.
know where that spawns, because we in that mindset, and everything we're bombarded with is instant gratification. So
Correct.
it's very
Right.
hard for even children that have been raised with by their parents of being instantly gratified. You go, you graduate from kindergarten, from nursery school to kindergarten, you getting you have a whole ceremony, like, yeah, you're not
Yeah.
shitting your pants anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
I
we're
mean,
in this society, and I don't want to debunk any type of parenting or anything, but
no, it's
we're in
fine.
this society of gratification, and
Correct.
very easily being gratified. You have a medal for being number 36, and I'm like, whoa.
That I don't agree on.
No, I
I'll be
understand,
honest.
but this
That
is the
right there, yeah.
society we
No,
live
I
in,
feel you. You're
right?
right. It's
So you have
the
a new
problem.
agent for them to come in, and it's like, yo, gratification is gonna come up. Is gonna come next year. They're like, I want it now. I want what's on
Well,
TV now. I want a Ryan Serent lifestyle tomorrow.
you got to delay gratification in order to accomplish or achieve your goals, right? Like, if you're going out there and you're killing it, and you just made 100K in 4 months, right?
Yep.
Now you can easily redo that again, but then there's individuals out there that'll take that money and just say, "Yo, this is it. Like, I'm gonna have the time of my life. I did this in 4 months. I still got, 8 months left in the year. I've already got a 1 year
Yep.
salary. Why would I even lift a finger?"
Yep.
Big
And what
mistake,
happens?
because to
Yeah,
re-
what
to do this
to
again
rebuild again
without, yeah,
hurts.
I know.
It
It
hurts.
hurts.
Yeah.
It
And
hurts.
there's agents that actually rebuild every single quarter,
Year. Yeah.
quarter and year. So it's like
Yeah.
every single time although they're temperature checking themselves, it's like they're not really doing it the right way. But
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
true.
let you finish what you have to say, Ed.
No, it's
It's
fine.
funny because it's true.
Yeah. That's exactly what occurs. That's the thing. That is exactly what happens. And the reason why I am saying it is because I'll be real with you. I did it too. Like, you know
Of
what I mean?
course, we all done it.
There was months where you're like, oh snap, I got 4 closes in 1 month. Oh snap, I made 40K in 1 month. But then 6 months later, I haven't had a closing.
I
Right.
know. Yeah.
Right.
What am I doing?
Right.
you know,
Right.
money's running
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
So
mean,
that
you
consistency.
start really going into tiers and all this other stuff. But then look,
Yeah.
goes back to consistency. One of the things that I was going to say earlier, and I think Gigi, you harped on it, is that because it's consistency, 21 days, becomes a habit. 90
Correct.
days
10
becomes a
days.
lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? So write this down to your mind. If you're listening to us in this sense, again, it's 21 days is pretty much it's a habit, and 90 days becomes a lifestyle.
Right.
And it's true. Whatever you do, if you consistently do it, look at Ed. He's actually doing his portion of it. He's actually doing the gym. He's consistently doing it now. He's doing it up to 2 years. There's folks that Gigi and I know that actually have been on the phone, you know, constantly on the phone, but they're not as productive. Now, what they need to do is temperature check what they need to do, but they're constantly on the phone, right?
Yeah, but do they
So
know
if
why
they're
they're on the phone?
well,
In the
again,
end, it's all about
that's
being
a
there. It's a whole different thing.
that's a micro conversation right there. But the point
Yeah,
is
but
when other people view what they're doing, going back to what we were saying earlier, is that they're saying, "Oh my God, they're really busy," but how busy are they?
right.
Right? So the views on that is just alone is that you just if you're consistently doing it and you're temperature checking yourself and you're auditing what you need to do, eventually you'll get to the level that you need to get to. So don't ever
Right.
give up. I think is where
So
I really wanted to end up with.
no, and we're recommending, because we were actually having this conversation, you guys should read Atomic Habits by
Oh
James
yeah.
Clear. There
Yeah.
are it's a wealth of informations, like the little steps you take and your consistency, patience, and building and going over systematic systems that you can duplicate and repeat help you grow your business. Like actually he's the one who coined systems are better than goals. If you have a goal without
Absolutely.
system, you get nothing, nada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in summary, it's like I think we need to raise more awareness. I'm seeing agents not even knowing why they're in this business and what they need to be doing. All those components we just discussed, this is what's going to weatherproof your business. And you have
So
to apply all of it. Or unfortunately, all of it. You can skip anything. And we didn't
so
even go
those
into time management. That's another big
imagine
one.
that. Yeah, that's another one.
I
You certainly
know.
need to time
Yo,
manage
real quick,
yourself.
what was the name of that book again? Atomic Habits by
Atomic Habits by
James
James
John
Clear. Yeah.
James Clear. Yeah.
Clear.
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 Yes, Clear of mine. Yeah.
All right, I was just putting it in the chat just in case if anybody
Yeah.
asks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's awesome. Let's
Yeah.
let's put it up on the screen if you already have it up there. And we'll just do it this way.
There you go. Oh, thank
So
you, Gigi. Yes.
thanks, Gigi.
Oh, that's an old photo, man. This is like from 2009 or 2010 or something like this. My
reminds me of
kids
a
took
meme I
that
saw.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video about that about
You
realtors
too, right?
not looking like their
No,
business
that's my
cards.
YouTube. That's from my. I
I
think this
know.
is my YouTube
It's
channel.
just that
That's
it's just
Oh
that
funny.
man.
what was that group that you told me to look in Instagram where they make these like real estate skits? But those same
The
I don't know if
broke
they're
agent and stuff like that.
no, not the broke agent, the other guys, two other
Oh,
guys that you told me
Oh,
about.
so, yes. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they're
Yeah, I
kind of
forgot.
comical. So they made a skit the other day where they were talking
Yeah.
about like he's like at an open house and people are coming in. They give him a business
Yeah.
card and he's like,
That
"Is
was
this
funny.
really you?" And she's like, "What do you mean? Of course that's me." And it's like he holds the card up and it's like a picture of her from like the 70s.
I
Yeah.
know.
know? But
That's so
that's why it
funny.
just reminded me in my head. But
Anyway,
yeah, no,
Oh
listen,
yeah. So really quick on time management. I mean, honestly, it's another focus or skill that everybody needs to. But one thing's for sure. Honestly, look, do not compile your skill building situation because you're just going to go on a rapid nowhere after a while. Like, oh, I need to build on my skill building. I need to do time management. I need to do my script practice. I need to do this. I need to do negotiation. You're going to need to do all of it anyways. Just be a master of at least one or two of them right away.
but
think
work on
that's really
everything
important.
else. You need to work on
Oh,
everything else.
right. I'm not
Your
saying not
plan.
to work
You
on
need
it,
your
but
plan
it's
is to make money. We're not in there to do charity.
correct.
So,
But you're not going to, honestly, there's people out there that they tend to try to do everything, but you become nothing after a while. So you just have to really slow down, try to master at least one or two of them. Try to get those things done, and then you can master the next one soon after. Because,
To
ladies
me-
and gentlemen, honestly, wait. Before you
What?
go there, Gigi, you have to understand, and this is how I see it. You don't become a black belt in martial arts without having going through the grades of the belts. There's no way for you to do that. So,
No, you're right.
although you need to know how to karate chop and kick and headbutt people if that's what they do. I mean, I haven't done karate at all, but the point is that you definitely need to learn, the foundations, and then graduate yourself up to that level of black belt.
But you see,
And
to
that's
me,
how
I don't see myself as never graduating. It's always I am a work in progress until the day I'll die. My last breath. This is
You
it.
come out of now for you in today's age of agents compared to what you have, you came out of survivalship in the sense of you had nothing but a Rolodex and a couple of newspapers and some other stuff to help you. In today's market of internet of agents, they actually have so much internet stuff, so much apps to work on, so many things that supposedly it becomes overwhelming. So many things that supposedly helps them to be more efficient, to be more this, to be more that they actually exactly what I said was just becomes very overwhelming. So now
It does.
for a basic skill for you is to learn your scripts, all right, and learn them in a way that you just already know the questions, but develop them in a way that you're having a conversation
Yeah.
with the person versus just asking them as a news reporter, "Hey, when do you plan on moving?" So,
Anyway, this is like we could go on because I know you.
oh,
You
I
know,
know
we
I
think
could.
of each other and stuff, guys.
Right?
It's already top of that half hour. We just went over
Yes,
over
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Fantastic session. Anybody take this segment, watch it over and over. At least I think we're giving you the step by step. I know there are no slides. I had prepared some slides. I'm like, it's not gonna go like since we're having a conversation, but you have really like all the elements for a successful career in real estate in this 40-minute discussion, guys.
Absolutely.
That's it. Mic drop.
Learn it. Oh wait, should we get the golden chicken out?
Yeah, it goes to Ron.
Ed, we can't hear you, Ed.
The MVP goes to Ron. The golden chicken was supposed to come out when the ideas come out.
Oh,
But if you want to drop the chicken, you can drop the chicken.
Yeah. Where's the chicken? I'll send it to him. I'll send him. I'll have no idea what I'm doing. I'll send him a golden chicken.
Oh
and
my God.
and I'll give him a shout. All right. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Open house. This weekend is a beautiful weekend compared to last weekend. Remember we had this rain, like pour, like the whole thing was like.
Yeah, last week was horrible.
But this weekend is going to be amazing. We're feeling the fall weather, the cool in the air. Is
What's
beautiful.
the weather out there like?
This morning was 58 when I got out of the house.
Oh my God.
No, but it's clear and nice, and it's like
I'm sure it's comfortable. It's comfortable weather.
And it's gonna be like 75 degrees. It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. Right now it's 66, but it's gonna be like 75 degrees.
It's gonna be like 95 degrees again today.
Oh wow.
Jesus Lord.
Yo, it was hot yesterday. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
Oh man. No bueno.
It's all good.
All right, folks. I think I heard the music.
And I want to wish happy Rosh Hashanah, okay, to all my Jewish friends out there, because this is a big holidays. High holiday started. All right.
Today is Rosh Hashanah, the beginning.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
happy Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. All right, guys.
All right, everyone. Have a great day.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Adios.
Peace out. Ron, enjoy Jamaica. I know it's nice out there.
Yes.
Nice and hot.